Atrox and Crazy Nine have posted a link into the chat, so we actually, I'll link it to you in Skype. There you go.
Thank you very much, my friend.
And they are playing on Sky Temple.
Ooh.
So I wonder how that map veto went, but I can't look back. The bans. So Tyrael starting to see the band out here after BlizzCon. I called how strong Tyrael was. Nobody believed me. We started to see his reign of terror over the last 2 weeks. And at BlizzCon, I think Dignitas pulled him out every game they could until teams just went, no, we are not facing that Tyrael. And so we started to see the Tyrael ban. Interestingly, the Morales ban, though, I thought Bakery was the only player that was playing Morales.
I mean, I think Crazy Nine, they're a new team, so we don't know necessarily their skill level or all that sort of stuff, but what we do know from the Morales ban is they just don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I mean, Morales is... You can't really play as an off-support, but if you have her with another support, go for like a double support meta, or have her with an off-support to kind of cover her, then the amount of healing she can do to a single target is so strong. The amount of damage mitigation and all of that is really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah. No, yeah. And we saw Bakery putting into a lot of use at BlizzCon when his Kerosene was banned out. But often regarded as a low-tier support by the community. Actually, she did quite a lot of work in the right hands, so I'm hoping we'll see her in the coming weeks. People pick her up.
Yeah.
So Atrox
picked
up Kael'thas as their first pick. Crazy Nine responded with Zeratul and Sylvanas.
I mean, Sylvanas makes a lot of sense to me. Just in a pick, almost no matter what the map, as long as you can play to her strengths, and that is when you can push, you push it, and in situations where other compositions wouldn't be able to push because of the defender's advantage, Sylvanas takes that away. That means you can push pretty safely. So if you play to her strengths as a team, then she is an invaluable pickup. If you just play because because you just kind of want her on your team, she's not going to be as good as, say, a Jaina or a Vala. Speaking of which, Atrox did just pick that up, but in the meantime they went for Uther Murdin, top tier support, top tier warrior. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Crazy Nine then banned out Johanna, so they don't want to go against those super strong double tier warriors.
Yeah, they don't want to face the double tier warrior. Want to try and maybe push, if they do still want to play a double tier warrior, that they're going to push them onto that Diablo
Atrox,
or ECC.
Then banning out the Karazim.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense. It can do a lot of work against the burst damage of Jaina and Kael'thas with Divine Palm, or even if he takes 7-sided strike, could do a lot of work to blow up the Muradin when he inevitably jumps in. So then Crazy Nine respond by picking up a Nubrak as their solo tank and a Vala as another ranged assassin. So they've got 3 assassins and an Nubrak solo tank, which is interesting.
Because we are waiting for a support there. The Zeratul, I'm not sure what they're going for with that Zeratul. I can see maybe they're trying to pick up the ultimate. They're going to pick up that Void Prism and see if they can make picks with the Anubrak, the Valor, and the Sylvanas. All 3 being very strong at taking out a single hero. If they can lock the rest of the team in a Void Prism, they can then burst somebody down. Anubrak could potentially use his Web Wrap if the Zeratul can't land the Void Prism. But aside from that, I can't see what the Zeratul is going to be doing on this map.
Yeah, I mean, he's decent on this map for just kind of timing plays, because this is one of the maps where everybody knows the timings for, really. And it's very easy to predict the timings and situational play from that, so he can do a lot of work on this map. But again, I'm with you on this. You can't really see hugely what he's meant to do for this composition at this point. So, sorry about that. Leoric and Jaina picked up. Jaina Kael'thas, the double mage, makes a lot of sense. Very dangerous. And, I mean, Leoric, he's got with the double tank and he does well. I just don't know if he does well against the lineup that we're seeing here from Crazy Nine.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how that Leoric does play out. The final pickup for Crazy Nine is the Lili.
I like
not
that.
a lot. of auto attack coming out of Atrox Queen, but Lily's a very good AoE healer.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just excited to see Lily in general. I kind of agree. She doesn't fit in super great here, but she's still a decent pick.
She stops Muradin landing a few of his stuns with the blind. The blind can work fantastically here. I mean, it kind of feels like this, like Crazy Nine are bringing a very hero leaguey team to this tournament. And we'll see how it works out for them. Maybe that's what they are. Maybe they're a bunch of friends who have been playing Hero League and have decided to, hey, why don't we play together and see how this goes? Because these are strong Hero League heroes that they've brought here. They're not necessarily what you'd see in the pro scene. We'll see how it goes for them today.
Yeah, so right now I'm just waiting for an acceptance from Cannibal. There we go. Who is not in our lobby. And I will make sure that the teams are all correct and all set up. So right now we have all of Crazy 9 in. They signed up with 7 players, so we've got 5 of those 7, I believe, at this point. And Crazy 9 are going to be the blue team.
Okay. Cool. So they're going to be playing on Sky Temple. Not seeming to be the go-to map when people don't want to play Dragon Town or Cursed-ville, as I'm going to call them.
Yeah. I mean, we still have Tomb of the Spider Queen, which is kind of the third main pick these days.
For the European pro teams, definitely.
And I think it's another just kind of balanced map, and one that works out really well for Sylvanas in particular. Sky Temple, though, like we say, is going to be the map of choice. And we like Sky Temple. We did actually cast a lot of Sky Temples last week, didn't we? I think it was 3 games we cast of Sky Temple, maybe 2.
Yeah, we did.
Definitely 2, if not 3. So we've managed to get a good chunk of that in there already. But we like Sky Temple, don't we? I like Sky Temple.
I like Sky Temple, yeah. I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's a pretty open, nice one. I think I'm just thinking about the Zeratul pickup as a response to the Kael'thas. I think I'm throwing the Zeratul in there and saying, look, this is now a deal with your Kael'thas. You're going to have to pick up a mobile ranged assassin, but we're going to take the Sylvanas and the Vala. And Atrox ended up picking up Jaina. So they've gone double mage, but neither of them are mobile. It's just the Jaina at least has ice blocks. So, I mean, yeah, I'm okay with this. So all teams are good. Everything's fine. Nobody's on the wrong team. Perfect. We're getting into the lobby now, so I have apologies for this. There we go. Let's throw it into the tournament scene, and hopefully everything's good there. Wow, that name is long. So I'm just going to take off the eSports bit, and it's going to be Atrox Green. There we go. So this is I just want you go for it, Nick.
For those of you in chat, the eSports Warbot is working tonight, so you can place your bets on who you think is going to win and win some points. Don't know if your points really do much, but oh wow, you have a lot of points there.
I do.
I don't have very many because I keep all inning and getting it wrong. So don't listen to me. I am the anti-prophet.
Okay, I'm going to go with that. Did I make the bet?
Open yet? Okay. He's not opened the bet yet.
Okay, come on, Shark. Get on with it.
I think he does it when the stream actually catches up with us. That's when he tends to do that.
Yeah, so I'm actually just going to swap to the bracket screen again. Hello, you'll see my face briefly, and there it goes. Atrox Green should be Team 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and Crazy 9 is Team 1. So now I'm going to...
there you go. The bets are now in, so you can place your bets. Oh, what are we? We're advertising betting on esports. What
there we go. Betting is live. I have made a bet on who I think will win. So, who do you think will win Yeah, who do you
So
think
I don't have anything to go with here. Don't know anything about these two teams. Don't know anything about the players.
This is purely
on them.
based on draft.
So purely based on draft, Atrox eSport has that double mage, double warrior with an Uther comp, and I like it. It's very like the super tank patch dominated. I'd like to see this being the resurgence of them.
So you're going with Atrox?
I'm going with Atrox eSport.
I have to agree. Atrox Green, they've got one of the top tier supports, the top tier warrior, as well as another kind of top tier warrior, and two of the most sought after top tier assassins in the game. Jaina being absolutely up there, and Kael'thas not as prevalent or as popular as he used to be, but still just as solid. So Crazy Nine running with a Lili solo support for an Anub'arak, I mean, that's fine. And the Anub'arak has to do a lot of work, and if he takes Web Wrap, he's going to lose a lot of tankability. Unless that Web Wrap goes on the Kael'thas or the Jaina before they get a lot of their damage off, it's going to be tough to justify a Web Wrap pickup. Yeah,
it's very, very true there, actually, thinking about that. I was focusing more on maybe isolating somebody using the Void Prism from the Zera tool, and the Web Wrap if they catch somebody out there. Take down one of those big bursty mages, take down the Jaina, take down the Kael'thas, but the Anub'arak would be very weak at that point.
Okay, so whilst we're getting into the game, I will introduce the blue team, which is Crazy Nine. We are going to have Ustipak, AFK on the Anub'arak. No, there he goes. Azrael, 666 on the Zeratul. We're going to have Zigzag playing that Master Skin Sylvanas. Neprakam. Nepcam maybe for short. Neprakam on the Lili. Love that little explorer skin there, I think it is. And Samsung, the mobile, playing the Vala.
So over on the opposing team here, which is Atrox eSport Green, we have Leoric being played by Cannibal. We have Muradin being played by Kalios. We have Dizzy playing the Kael'thas. Katong playing Uther, and Napa Gale playing Jaina.
It's K4 Tong, God.
But it's Katong.
Katong, yeah. Katong. Body blocks coming up there for 14.
I feel that's something we're going to see a lot more of now that happened at BlizzCon. We saw every team at BlizzCon blocking up those mid lane creeps to keep them there, and I think it's something we're going to see a lot more of. So the team's dispersing out now. Don't know about you, but my movement has been really slow here. Let me see if I can fix that.
Okay, well, luckily I'm okay on the stream end. Leoric taking a bit of damage, not going to end up dying, but take a lot of harass there. Meanwhile, we've got 3 up top here for Atrox Green.
Yeah, just waiting for that Anub'arak to step a little bit too far forwards so that the Jaina can pounce there, feeling like they're not going to get that before the temples activate, so move round.
Yeah, meanwhile the Kael'thas in mid lane just kind of doing much. He's not used too much mana. Almost spotted out the Zeratul there, didn't quite hit him with the gravity lapse. And it looks like it's going to be a 3-for-3 engagement for this middle temple. We're going to have Crazy Nine just move up and ignore it and go for the top temple. So trading out 1-for-1 most likely here,
yeah, trading the temples. Something we often do see happens with these first couple of temples. It's when you just get the single temples that you start to see the teams brawling. And we do see that Cannibal is in the bottom lane, making sure he's absorbing as much experience as possible. But Crazy Nine have grouped up there up the top as a full group. So they're going to be losing some experience. This is something I was
talking about here with the Sylvanas. They need to start pushing with the Sylvanas. That way, yes, this fort will take a lot of damage, but if they actually push with her, because there's only a Muradin here right now, that fort's not going to be able to attack them whilst they're pushing with it, and they're going to be able to get the entire thing off just one temple. But they're not going to end up doing that, and as a result, they're not going to get any more than this. In fact, they're going to lose out an entire level's worth of experience, as Cannibal on that Leoric was down there soaking.
Yeah, so falling behind at the first temple's not a fantastic position for Crazy Nine to be in. But we'll see if they can make it back up. A few good picks. Could put them back into the game.
Yeah, Vala going for a bit of an old build now, but still a decent one, which is the multi-shot build. We're going to have Zeratul on a Greater Cleave build. So, with Gathering Power.
Gathering Power, yes, a very
Old school.
Yeah, old school and optimistic, I'd like to say. They're not the easiest team to take down here, Atrox eSports Green. Yet, if you can get onto the two squishies, especially pre-heroic, you're going to be able to take out Kael'thas and Jaina. But Muradin, Leoric and Uther, not the easiest things to take down at all.
Meanwhile, Lily going for the Serpent build, not a bad build. Not bugged anymore, so not overpowered. Or at least, we say overpowered, not ridiculous to have on, say, Illidan. But still not the worst. And Varla might get caught out here.
Samsung,
going to get stunned and just blown up.
Textbook takedown there by Atrox eSports Green.
The amount of dot damage was on there. I thought it was Envenom, but it wasn't, because neither Kael'thas nor Jaina have taken the I can't remember if Kael'thas can, but Jaina can, and she didn't take it. So just the living bomb, looking like it's going to do a lot of damage to the Varla there. So
I don't believe Kael'thas can. If he does, nobody ever does. Envenom.
Yeah, I don't think
pretty sure he can't.
So yeah. First blood going the side of Atrox Green against that Varla as they go and pick up their Bruiser camp. This is coming up to the 4-minute mark, and look, if you see them right now, they are not taking it and waiting for that temple to spawn, and then as soon as it does, the Jaina moves in, takes it, and then they're going to move down to the bottom lane. As this hard camp is putting pressure up in top.
Vala and Sylvanas on the Leoric, going to put a bit of damage down, but he's just going to go have a drink from his fountain before there's this fight.
Yeah, the Wraith walk away was more.
Looks like it will be a full 5 versus 5 coming down here, as Crazy 9 are also coming down. Samsung a bit too far forwards though, is going to get taken down with some slows and a judgment there, just to say nope. And Cannibal's just going to happily zone them out now.
Yeah, we've still got the Muradin waiting in the bushes there to stun anyone coming through. A little bit of a delay. They didn't end up hitting the Zeratul, but the new Brack's going to get caught out. But good burrow charge in, but landing on only tanks. He's going to take a lot of damage for that. He doesn't have an escape at this point. Muradin, right clicking down, not going to get him. Zeratul doing a bit of cleave damage in the back to the ranged assassins of Atrox Green.
Very sedentary fight here.
Jumping
himself out.
Yeah, Leoric with a good Wraith Walk, able to kind of move himself not out of danger, but to a position where he's not taking all the damage. And the last few shots going to get picked up by Crazy 9 here. Although Cannibal on that Leoric taking a lot of damage. The Protector Shield comes out from the Uther, going to keep him alive. The Nubrax put himself in really, really deep, but the Muradin taking a lot of damage. Heals come out from the Uther there, it's going to be really good, but the Leoric's going to end up falling. So 2 kills for 1. Vala take a lot of damage from the Kael'thas, and the Sylvanas trying to actually pick up all the low health heroes. She's going to end up falling as she gets picked up by Gravity Lance and then hit by the Uther stun. All she wrote, and that is almost level 10 now, 2 level advantage almost for Atrox Green.
Yeah, that mage is still up there in the top lane pushing on to a tower that's now out of ammo, and so Samson's going to have to go up there and make sure he cleans that one up. But yeah, just a little bit too greedy though. It started very sedentary. It was sort of a slow grind as people's health just slowly but surely disintegrated, which wasn't something I was expecting here. But there is another little fight coming out as Azael tries to go onto Cannibal, puts a little bit of damage down before, nope, I'm going to blink away from that.
Yeah, Phoenix coming down to put some harass damage onto this fort. They're probably going to look to kill this and most likely will be able to. Temple or not here as this middle fort has taken a lot of damage. The bottom fort's already died. The Siege Giants are pushing in there, but in fact Leoric can take a lot of damage, moving himself back in. There's a good march of the Black Thing, keeping himself alive. The Uther there with the Holy Light, gonna do what he can, but the Leoric's gonna fall in the end. Not getting a kill despite 1 heroic use, or rather 2. 3 if you include the Water Element. I can't remember seeing that come out there, but obviously it did. Wasn't able to pick anyone up, and the fort stays alive, so good defense there.
Yeah, pretty solid defense there from Crazy 9, and not losing anything, bringing that experience back to within about a level and a half-ish. So pulling that back slowly but surely. And we're going to get the next temple phase here. So we'll see how they go. 2 temples again this time. We could see a fight for each of them, or we could see the teams split up and trade them again. We'll see how it goes. Sylvanas is clearing that bot lane, so if she does choose to push on with it, they have also got the siege there. They could push that in and to make sure they do take that bottom fort, but no, she's instead going to go and protect the temple and make sure that that doesn't get contested there.
Okay. Apparently my bet failed back in the chat, but getting into this, Zeratul taking some damage. Gonna pop his first aid, which he took at level 7. Gonna take a lot of damage though, and almost dies. Gonna have to use a Void Prism to keep himself alive, blinking away in order for the Kael'thas not to catch up with him. And that's Void Prism down. Just with Uta and Jada harassing him. That's not great. It's down for another 90 seconds almost at this point.
Yeah. On his own up there, though, trying to take a look at contesting that temple wasn't going to work out well for him unless somebody did fall particularly low before he went in.
And for some reason, Crazy 9 left this bottom temple without the last 3 shots and then the last 5 all being taken from it. So, yeah, they lost about 10 shots there for no reason as far as I can see.
Yeah, and now all of their outer forts are taken. They just have the inner gates and keeps left at this point. So, whereas the bottom fort has fallen for Atrox, but they have the rest of their forts. So,
yeah, now as far as the heroics go for the side of Crazy 9, sorry, my mind blank then. Going to get the very typical stuff. We're going to have Strafe from Vala and Locust Swarm from the Nubrak as a boss is attempted by Atrox Green. Here comes a Wailing Arrow. It's going to land on the 2 tanks here. Really good impale coming through. The boss is about to stun the Muradin and the Leoric. They both get hit. The Zeratul comes in with a Greater Cleaver. Going to have a Divine Shield on the Muradin, keeping him alive. There's a Kael'thas bomb damage because he just took chain bombs. He hit 13. Spreads so much work. The Water Elemental coming down is going to be able to pick up the Lily most probably. She won't be able to get out of this, nor will Sylvanas. More living bombs coming out from the Kael'thas, and that is a 4 for nothing. It looked so good at the start with both warriors falling almost immediately. Due to that amazing Wailing Arrow, followed up by the MVP boss stun, but
that's
level 13 got hit and chain bomb. That's what it's about.
And then, we do say that Kael'thas power spikes at level 13, and just proving exactly why you need to keep an eye on those levels when you do go for some fights like that. That tank line crumpling at the start would have given Crazy 9 a lot of confidence in that fight, but that level 13 tick over just that Kael'thas shoot to the top of the damage in that fight, there.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it then.
So, it looks like the Atrox eSports are going to come down and try and help that boss push on a little bit. And they're probably going to have another little fight. Maybe see if they can get some of the heroics out of Crazy 9 before they go fight for the temple there. March of the King does come out for Leoric as they do sort of fall a little low. There's a jug pop there. But Nubrak is caught out and is going to fall to the Muradin. The Void Prism keeping the Uther and the Jaina out of that fight. Zeratul still on the side there, going to be chased down by the King there, who is going to clean that one up. So Leoric getting another kill.
Yeah. Level 13 and Giant Killer taken, not Wormhole, so going to have to be very, very careful with this player, and he didn't even blink to try and escape there. Whether he used it to go in, I think he did. I think he just walked around.
He used it to escape after popping the Void Prism, but we are seeing Uther getting a nice kill there onto Vala. I'm going to say double Giant Killer taken as the Vala's also taken it, so definitely wanting to make sure that tank line of Atrox eSports does crumple as fast as possible.
Yeah, meanwhile this temple spawning, a singular temple spawning in the top lane now. Apparently the stream went down. I don't know if it is still down.
Okay.
As far as I can see my end, everything is fine. I didn't lose any more of the stream.
It was frozen at 6 minutes on my side. Let me just have a refresh and see if it's come back.
While Sylvanas dies in the middle to Kael'thas. Zeratul going on that. He's going to pop Arcane Barrier to keep himself alive. Perfect. And, Zeratul just, wrestling the vision away from the Kael'thas. He's going to Hearthstone his way back in order to get the mana. Not going to be able to do so, though, as the Zeratul interrupts and the Gravity Lat's coming through and landing on him. But these Kael'thas are going to be able to get away, and Uther will just heal him.
Aside from that, up the top, you've got Leoric and Jaina just zoning out, and Nubrak and Lily just chasing them back to their gate.
Lily taking a lot of damage out of the Nubrak. The double swing coming out from the Leoric there, I believe.
I'm not sure whether it was a double swing or if it was the...
just a right click and a swing that worked
the March of the... he popped March, so it looked like the last swing of March and then a right click straight after. So, Zeratul is just caught up in the middle of people, so he's going to go try and run back safe. They don't want people to start falling now, as they are getting pushed in, and they're going to need to defend quite a bit.
Yeah, so apparently the stream is still down according to people, but you refreshed it and it was fine, yeah?
I refreshed it and it came back, yeah.
Okay,
so I
so
wonder
I
if
have
it was
told
just
chat
Twitch.
to refresh it, so hopefully it's refreshed and everybody is back with us now.
Okay, so
good wailing arrow
arrow
landing
pops
on the
there,
Uther and the Lyric. They're going to have to back off because obviously no healers. Zeratul in the back line takes some damage. Not going to be able to escape easily because the creep wave were on him, but there you go. He gets cloaked again. He's going to be able to back off. Jaina looking for a kill. She's going to miss the frostbolt. Good blink in order to dodge the cone of cold. Meanwhile, Sylvana's taking a lot of damage. Going to get caught out in a bad spot, and she's 100% dead at this point. There's no way.
Yeah, everyone's turning around to stop her. She's getting shrunk ray as well, just to slow her down.
Final
Avoid
hammer
prisons.
hit from the medic Uther going to come down.
The Muradin and the Jaina, but that's just going to put them in a nice position. So he's going to dwarf toss himself in. Nice hammer there to catch out the Nubrak. As he runs away, he's going to have a lot of damage. So he's going to burrow strike to make sure that he does not take any more than he has to. Zeratul spotted behind again. Crazy Nine seem to be running Atrox in circles, but they're taking a lot of damage for it. So they need to try and gain something somewhere on the map. That mid lane is pushing in. But whether it's going to be able to take out the keep or not, I'm not too sure.
Is a big wave, and eventually that will force its way through. There's no ammo taken from the fort in mid lane, but yeah, I mean that definitely could. Same with the bottom lane. That's being pushed out now as the creep waves, the creep equilibrium there has been reached.
There we go. Atrox spot that big experience pool, and they're going to go clean it up.
Yes, that's nice for them. That takes them from the kind of the level to a level and a half advantage they had to a full 2 level advantage now.
Yeah.
So level 16 for both teams. Got double bombs out for the Zeratul. Again, still this Serpent build out from the Lily. The vulnerability from the Sylvanas. Imposing presence from Nubrak. That makes a lot of sense. And double bolt from the Vala. So despite going with the Vault build, not taking the Hungering Arrows at level 1, as the boss is in fact taken for Atrox Green very quickly there. So
yeah, that was quite a quick box. I did not notice that. And they're going to push on to the mid temple here.
Well, Samsung's taken a lot of damage here on the Varleys. Might not be able to get out here. No, he's not going to fall to the Uther and the Muradin.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice, easy pick-up temple there. The bottom temple is also spawned, but nobody going to pick that one up, as they do need to deal with this boss. Otherwise, it's just going to take that keep. But actually, that keep looking like it's low enough that they're not going to get the boss down in time for that.
Zeratul going to Void Prism the keep in order to keep it alive. It might work.
Yeah.
Boss has changed its attention to the tower, and that's going to be enough to keep the keep alive. But it gets hit by
last
one
hit from the boss. Oh, it was the temple shot. Oh, I thought it was the boss just last hit as he died, but no. It looks like the mid keep is also going to fall to the temples, as Uther had roamed down to claim that bottom one. He is having 3 members of Crazy Nine going to collapse in on him though, so we'll see how he does with this one. So he's just going to back up as soon as Zeratul shows
spotted
himself.
out the Lyric and the Jaina taking that siege camp, so they know that they're going to be surrounded in a bad position. If the Zeratul gets caught out, he's going to get blown up immediately. Lily pops Jug of 1,000 Cups, but is going to get killed as well pretty quickly here. Not able to keep himself alive with that. And Nubrak, or to use Locust Swarm, is going to have to back out after not killing the Uther. And the Sylvanas and Vala are going to have to try and retreat. Going to get Gravity Lapse on the Nubrak, and he's going to end up falling. So Sylvanas and the Vala, the only 2 survivors. Vala potentially sticking around a little too long. Gonna get not gonna get killed there. Oh, good Bolt of the Storm over the Gravity Lapse onto the Vala, and she's gonna end up falling with a final.
I was about to say, they have pushed on to level 20 there, so the bolts were coming out, so we'll see if they're going to be used. And it looks like they're going to push on to the core here, so Atrox Green, looking like they're going to pick this core up. There will be 3 members up in a few seconds to contest, but with all members of Atrox Green, it's probably going to be a good game there. Yeah, as they do just take that Zeratul out. Tries to yeah.
So had I bet, I would have bet on the correct team. Alas, I thought I did bet. My bad.
You bet a little bit too early.
But it was after the whole thing came up. I bet afterwards.
Cool. Oh well. So congratulations to Atrox Green eSports, or Atrox eSport Green, whichever way round it was.
Oh, I did it the wrong way round.
Congratulations, guys. They'll move through to round 2. And in round 2, they're going to be facing the winner of 2 out of 10 and Vallejo de Fresa.